Hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing all right. Lovely Saturday. I don't know why I want to say Sunday. It's Saturday today. I don't want Sunday to be here yet. Let's not call the day sooner than it needs to come. It is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Saturday. Hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing all right. Oh, you always miss Aries. Aries is a tricky zodiac sign to catch because it is the first one. It's kind of like either you hit it on the head and you get all of it, or you end up getting here like halfway through it. It's a hard one. But I hope everybody is doing all right here today. We are going to go Aries all the way down through to Pisces. We're going to see what we got going on. What do we want to do? I don't know. I don't really have something specific that I am looking for in terms of like collective answers. Oh, we had somebody's personal reading question yesterday that actually sparked an interest in asking it for the collective of what does the person on your mind want you to say to them? Like, what does the person on your mind want to hear from you? Wants you to say? I feel like I want to dive into that. I feel like that's a really cool question to ask, and I never really thought about it that way. So we're going to go ahead and ask it in that way today. So let's go ahead here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs, and work our way down through to Pisces. What does the person on your mind want you to say to them? Let us see. What do they want to hear from you? We have the Lovers. We have the Five of Cups, and we also have the Five of Pentacles. That you two will make it through it. When we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Five of Cups, there's a lot of challenging energy that comes forward. And it would have to do like maybe a lot of ups and downs between the two of you in the past. And this person is saying with the Lovers card, choice and love, that they really need to hear from you that the two of you can make it through it. That any ups and downs, any distance, any coldness, any challenges that the two of you come across, that you two you'll stick it out. You'll be able to move forward in it. That you'll be able to act in this idea of the Lovers card and choose love. You're not going to choose hard times and allow the hard times to get the better of you. You're not going to allow distance to get the better of you. You're not going to allow the emotional aspects of the connection of the past, desiring for the past to get the better of you. The two of you are going to be able to choose each other and move forward. So what this person needs to hear from you, Aries, or wants to hear from you, is that the two of you can make it through it. That it's like no hurdle that the two of you come across is going to get the better of you. That the two of you are going to be able to move forward, choose love, choose to act out of love when it comes to each other, and see things move ahead. The romance angel card that we have is true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So this person wants to hear that this is a connection of a lifetime. The Lover's card, you know, any ups and downs, any challenges that spirit that the universe throws at us, we can make it through it. We can have the opportunity to move ahead. I don't see this as like ride or die, you know, like any toxicity I can throw at you, you can take it, baby. I don't really see it as that sort of energy, especially with the Five of Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles, we have that warmth on the other side of the church, right? We have the warmth on the inside. So it's not really a toxic factor. It's more to say like any difficulties that we can't find our way through in the moment, we'll get past them. And that's what they really want to hear from you as well. So that's what I would say here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. We have everything except for Aquarius, Libra, and fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I would be more so leaning towards those guys as being the most important, but the zodiac sign of Gemini has come forward as a major arcana card, really letting themselves be known there as well. But this person has a strong energy here of like, we can do it, we can act and choose out of love, and they would love to hear that to come forward from you as well. So that's what I would say. So let us go here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. The person on your mind, what do they want to hear from you, Taurus? What does the person on your mind want to hear from you? Let us see. Thank you guys as well for giving the video some likes. I would very much appreciate it if you can continue to do that as well. So we have the Star, we have the King of Wands, and we also have the Ace of Wands. So When we have this energy come forward at the star, it's a lot of hope, it's a lot of healing, it's a lot of wish fulfillment. It's a lot of vulnerable energy here as well. So this person is basically thinking about, when it comes to the star, that they want to hear from you that it's a safe space, that they can be open, that they can be vulnerable, that they can say whatever they got going on inside of them, that it's a safe space with you to share their hopes, their wishes, their wants, their dreams, their desires. Like, they can be open and vulnerable. They kind of need some sort of element of reassurance in that direction from you, that yes, you know, anything that you say to me, you can completely dish it out. Like, whatever's going on inside of your heart, when it comes to me, you can say anything. That's the energy that they want to hear from you here, Taurus. And the Ace of Wands, King of Wands, they also want to hear from you that you have the same passion, the same excitement, the same spark, the same lust, the same desire for them as much as they do for you. And that you're confident in the energy of the connection and the chemistry that, you know, is flowing between the two of you. This person really wants to be reassured that this spark, that the flow, that the pull between the two of you is also there from your side of the table. So the biggest thing that's coming forward here, Taurus, from the person on your mind, is they want to have reassurance come forward from you that you feel the chemistry, that you feel the connection, that you feel the desire to move things forward, and things are completely in the space of an open and vulnerable standpoint. You would have to be the Taurus. So we have the soulmate card coming forward here. Yes, this is a soulmate. Again, reassurance on the connection, reassurance on the strength of the connection. This person is really wanting to hear from you, Taurus, that you feel the same energy as they do in the situation, that you feel such a strong, such a desirable, such a, you know, an energetical pull, and that they can be open and vulnerable here when it comes to connecting to you in this kind of space and time. So we have a lot of fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as Aquarius coming forward here for your zodiac signs that are most important. And these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. I see fudge. I don't know why. Oh my goodness, ice cream on the brain. But that's what we got going on here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. They really need reassurance on the strength of the connection, that you two are feeling the desirable energy here, the flow. All right, so we are on to Gemini. Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. Let's see what we got going on when it comes to the zodiac sign of Gemini. The person on your mind, what do they want to hear from you? What would they deem as an important thing to hear from your lips to their ears? Let us see. Gemini. Gemini, you also have the star. You also have a lot of cards we've got to cover up. So you have the star, we have the devil, and we have the Two of Pentacles. This is an interesting one because when we have the Two of Pentacles, it's an idea of flexibility or adaptability here, kind of like weighing the odds or finding the balance. And so when we see this energy come forward here, they want the reassurance that ups and downs, like you two can heal from ups and downs, or, you know, that their fears are not bad, that their fears are not wrong to have these fears, but it's okay for them to kind of deep dive into the space that brings forward these fear style of energy, or maybe codependent energy when it comes to you, and it's something that they can shift around, it's something that they can heal. So they want a reassuring energy to say, hey, you know, any sort of negativity, toxicity, any sort of fear-based, codependency-based energy that you're feeling right now when it comes to pursuing the connection or pursuing, you know, love in general is justified. It's okay for you to feel that energy and, you know, to have this space and time to be able to work through it. It's not wrong for you to feel this way in the present moment, but it's good for you to go ahead and work ahead with it. And that you can have hopes on the other side. If you're feeling codependent, or if you're feeling kind of stuck in a place of fear when it comes to love, that you can have the light on the other side of the tunnel to be able to work through that fear-based energy, that there's the opportunity to have, you know, good things come forward even if you've been stuck in a fear-based energy for quite some time. They want the kind of idea to come forward here that yes, I'm going to be open, I'm going to be flexible with you, I'm going to be understanding when it comes to you working through any sort of fear-based energy to move forward into a place that feels a lot more hopeful. Like, that's the reassuring factor that seems to be coming forward here. But the biggest thing is with that Two of Pentacles, of feeling that idea of flexibility, feeling that idea of the opportunity to move things forward. So We have Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, and we have unrequited love. This person might have a lot of fear-based energy here when it comes to partnerships and partnerships not being equal or the flow back and forth not being there. And so they might have like a, I don't love me and therefore nobody else can love me, or, nobody else will ever love me as much as I would want or desire for them to love me. Like there might be a lot of issues. Bottom of the deck is trust. There might be a lot of issues when it comes to trust for this person, or when it comes to like thinking that somebody else doesn't love them. And so they just want that reassuring space to come forward here from you that, you know what, things can change. Fear doesn't always have to be around. It's okay for you to, have these fears and work through them. It's not something that you need to rush through. It's something that we can do over a period of time here. And it's okay for you to work through these fears and push past them. So that's what I would say here when it comes to Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus Signs. So let us see for the zodiac sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus Signs for the zodiac sign of Cancer. Let us see. What does the person on your mind need to hear from you? Let us see. What do they need to hear from you? So we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have Hermit, and we also have the Nine of Cups. This is interesting. Double nines come forward to the idea of our wants, our wishes, and our manifestations. So they kind of want to hear from you that you feel that there is an element of like divinely guided energy when it comes to the two of you meeting. Like it feels like we're supposed to have met, or I have asked for somebody like you to come into my life for a very long time, or I feel like the universe kind of guided me towards you. They like this idea of the divine, or they like this idea of meant to be when it comes to the two of you, and right time. Like, okay, this is maybe the right time for us to get together. Maybe we tried in the past and it wasn't really good, and now we have an opportunity to come together again, and now it feels like it clicks. Now it feels like it's the right time when it comes to the two of us. Now, they also want this idea when it comes to their self journey and their desire for fulfillment that you're going to kind of be along there I don't want to say on the sidelines, but you're going to be cheering them along. Like you are wanting to participate over a period of time in their dreams and their wants and their desires. Like you're going to be beside them as they navigate life and they learn themselves and they learn what they want in life, and they, kind of find more of a direction to move forward. It's kind of like this idea of, I'm going to be beside you, and I am believing in your dreams as much as you're believing in your dreams. And, I want to feel connected to you as you learn and discover life and learn more about yourself. And it definitely feels like there's some sort of guided energy here in us to be able to meet in this time, this place, and to move forward and feel this connection move ahead. And it's like your dreams are possible when it comes to our connection. That's what this person wants to hear, that there's some sort of divinely guided energy here into making us fit. And it feels like there's, the possibility of moving forward in a way that just clicks. Now we have two cards, unrequited love as well as religious factors. So religious factors is a card of upbringing. Something in your upbringing is different than this person. And with this card here as well, we have this journey coming forward with the Hermit to the idea of emotional fulfillment. So there might be some sort of element here, just like we just had with I forget now, Gemini or Taurus, about the factor coming forward of like maybe there's some sort of self-love that needs to happen. Maybe they were grown up in a kind of household that didn't really do a lot of like loving or interpersonal family, like close bonded relationships. And so they're on this journey here to kind of learn themselves, love themselves a little bit more. And so they're kind of looking to have a bit of that reassuring energy to come forward from you, but they're not really sure on how to bring it ahead here because it just wasn't an environment that they grew up kind of having that sort of like lovey-dovey family environments to come ahead in there as well. Jesus, this is a lot of initials. So these are all the initials, acronyms, names, and words trying to come forward there. We have water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, we have Virgo, we have Leo, we have Aquarius and Taurus coming forward there as well as your most important zodiac signs. And that's what we got going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. And we are going to go on to our zodiac sign now here of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. Alright, so Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. Let us see for the zodiac sign of Leo. When it comes to the person on your mind, what do they need to hear from you? What does the person on your mind need to hear from you, my dear Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs? Let us see what the person on your mind needs to hear from you. Let us see, let us see. We have the World, we have the Tower, and then we have the Five of Cups. So the person on your mind here, Leo, wants to hear from you that things are going to be different, that the connection with you is not going to be a repeat of anything negative from the past. It's not going to be anything that they felt like they lost out on when it comes to the past. It's not going to bring forward a negative emotion. It's not going to bring forward negative memories, but instead feels exciting. It feels fun. It feels new. And it's something that's going to be worth building up. So this person has a lot of fear-based energy when it comes to the past, or like the idea of we're building this connection up, and what if one day it's just worth nothing? Like, what if we build this connection up and then one day you leave me? There's that sort of idea that's coming forward from this person. And so they really want to hear from you, Leo, the idea of reassurance in terms of the future. That yes, we are building up this connection and it is going to succeed. Yes, we are building up this connection and we want to feel together. It's not going to be anything from the past. This is not a replay. This is not going to be anything from a past or anything in the negative. It's going to be an opportunity here for us to move forward successfully together and have an opportunity of a connection to, see flourish. So I really do like this energy coming forward from this person, because it does feel vulnerable to a degree, but it doesn't feel negatively vulnerable, like somebody who's like, love me, pick me, choose me, like you need to cater to me. I don't really see that sort of energy coming forward from this person, but it's more of like, hey, I want to be in this relationship, but what happens if we build everything up and it falls down? What happens if we move things forward and it crumbles away? I don't want it to be a repeat of the past. And so they're looking for reassurance here from you that things are going to be different, that it's not going to be a repeat of anything negative from the past. Whether you've been with this person before, or they are just saying, hey, I've been in some pretty shitty relationships and I want to make sure I don't end up in another one. It could just be that sort of energy coming forward from them too. We have the Romance Angel card very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. They want you to kind of be in this reassuring energy that you are desiring to move forward in this connection, that you are sure, you are clear with your intentions and clear with your wants when it comes to the connection in terms of moving forward. So they want reassurance. Yes, we're building it up. It's worth something. We're moving forward together and we want to move this connection ahead. We have a blank one coming forward, so you can go ahead and throw anything into that. We have a lot of water sign, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And then we also have Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus coming forward here as well. So that's what we got going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. If you guys can give the video some likes, I'd very much appreciate that. Feel free to check out temperanceandsage.com for a live personal reading, or any personal reading if you'd like to get one there as well. We're on to Virgo. We're asking an interesting question of what does the person on your mind want to hear from you? What does the person on your mind want to hear from you? What do they want to hear from Virgo? Let us see, let us see. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. Virgo, the person on your mind, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Knight of Wands, and we also have the Three of Pentacles. So this person on your mind wants to hear from you that they are, they're looking for reassurance in terms of the foundational aspects of the connection. Three of Pentacles talks about a bond being built. It talks about a foundation. Oh my goodness gracious. It talks about a foundation. It talks about a friendship. And so this person is looking at you and they're saying, we have a good foundation, right? And you're like, yes. And we're acting in a care of love. Yes. And you feel excited about where we're going forward, and you feel excited about how we're moving ahead. Yes, they're looking for that sort of energy to come forward. That do you feel the same element and bond in terms of friendship? Do you feel the same element in terms of stability about how we've been building up? Do you feel like this energy is coming forward in a space of love? And do you feel, fulfilled from this connection? They're looking for that reassurance style of energy to come ahead here, where you feel the bond that's moving forward. You feel like you guys are taking the right steps ahead. that you're moving forward in the right way, that you are feeling fulfilled and energetic and excited to move things forward. They're looking for that sort of reassurance when it comes to the connection. So they want to hear that you like how the connection is going ahead, that the two of you have a strong bond. They want to hear that you are excited about where you guys are going forward in, and that you're feeling emotionally fulfilled when it comes to the connection as well. This unrequited love card is coming forward so much. I'm wondering what's going on with everybody. So we have unrequited love as well as release your ex. This person might have some sort of fear-based energy that you like a previous romantic partner than you do like them. Especially if they were friends with you before you two moved into a romantic connection and they know your ex-partner. They're like, do you still love that person? Will you ever love me more than you love that person? Are you excited to move us forward, or do you like that other person? There's that sort of energy that's also coming forward from this, person on your mind here as well. They're trying to still wonder, are you attached to an old romantic partner? Are you attached to somebody else? And will you love me as much as perhaps you love this other person? Alrighty, so these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. Just give me 1 second here and we will go on to Libra. Somehow my cat found a way to open up the treats cupboard. I don't even know how he did that. I can't figure out, and I never see him open it, but somehow he found out a way to open up the cabinet that has, like the closet that has his treats in it. And now that's his favorite thing, is to go in the closet and grab his treats whenever he desires to. So, on to Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. Let us go ahead and see, when it comes to the person on your mind, what do they need to hear? What do they want to hear from you? Let us see, let us see. We have the Empress, we have the Knight of Wands, and we also have the Five of Swords. This is an interesting one. Because it doesn't come off right away in this sort of idea, because the Five of Swords comes forward in a very challenging energy. It comes forward in a you versus I. And then when we have the idea of the Empress, it's a more abundant mentality. It's an opportunity to feel fulfilled or have new beginnings that are, moving forward in an incredibly positive way. But it's also a card that signifies a very incredibly strong connection. And so when we have this energy come forward here, we have the Empress and the Five of Swords. They're wanting you to kind of give them reassurance that you're not really looking at any other options, that whatever exciting energy that you give off, whatever flirtatious energy that you give off to others is not a reflection in you wanting to move after other people. It's more so saying, yes, I want to be in a relationship. Yes, I want to be in a monogamous connection. Yes, I only want to go ahead and move forward with you, and whatever flirting that I'm doing, or whatever, anything that's being perceived as flirting is not really my intentional flirt. It's more so a factor of just maybe making friendly conversation with somebody, There's a factor here of them wanting to have reassurance in terms of, I only have eyes for you, or I'm only intending to move forward with you. That's kind of the idea that we see come forward, especially since we have you coming forward as the Libra Empress, right? There's this reassurance that, you have a lot of beautiful energy around you. You pull in a lot of beautiful energy. A lot of people have their eyeballs locked on you when you go out and about, and they're kind of looking at that like a little bit of a threat style of way. Like, you could have so many options. You can turn on me at any point in time and have other good people come your way. So they're looking for more reassurance to come forward in the connection, that you only have eyes for them, even though you might have a lot of good things come forward towards you, or a lot of prospects. We have heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So they do want a little bit more openness to come forward, a little bit more nurturing, caring, bonding energy to come forward here between the two of you. And they want a time period to be able to honestly discuss the feelings that go on between the two of you, and the feelings that go on with inside themselves as well. So, these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius come forward here as well. Yeah, that cat goes after treats like nobody's business. He would be fatter than Garfield if I let him be. Like, he's just, I don't even know how he gets in the cupboard. It's just magic. Like, if I pulled on the cupboard door, it wouldn't open. And the doorknob, it's nothing for him to be able to like lean on and open the doorknob. So I have no idea on how he gets in that cabinet. But it's the 5th time today that I've stopped him from being in that cabinet and trying to eat everything. That's him. He said verified, yes. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. Yes, it'll be posted onto YouTube later on today. So let us see for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. What does the person on your mind want to hear from you? Let us see, let us see. Well, that's too many cards. So let us see. What does the person on your mind want to hear from you, Scorpio? We have the Star. Star has come up quite a bit today as well. We have the Star, we have the Knight of Wands, and we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is a really mixed style of energy. So when we have the Queen of Pentacles, they want to hear from you that they're ready to move forward, that you're ready to settle down in some sort of aspects. The Queen of Pentacles is my card of a stay-at-home mom. Now, this is not to say that they're asking you to be a stay-at-home mom. Maybe that is a case, and it's just very, very literal. But this can just be a case of the idea of settling down, like you're ready to settle down with them, or you choose them to kind of settle down with, that you want to see the connection move forward to a, higher stage. There's also this idea that comes ahead here as well with the idea of the Star, of a hope, a want, and vulnerability, kind of like the dreams, my wishes, and desires. Even in this sense, with this kind of mom style of feeling with the Star, the open and vulnerability, like safe space to be vulnerable, safe space to feel open. They kind of want this reassuring idea coming forward from you that, yes, you can tell me anything. You can be as open as you want. Like, this is a non-judgmental zone between the two of us. Whatever you have to say, you can say it to me no matter what it is, right? Have you ever heard that thing from mom? You could say whatever it is that you want to say to me, whatever it is that you got going on, whatever it is in the world, you can say it to me. There's that sort of energy trying to come forward from them of what they're asking for from you. Like, no matter, it's basically for you to say, you can tell me anything. This is a safe space for you to tell me anything. You can be open from your littlest insecurity to your biggest wishes and your wants and your dreams. You can tell me anything. And then we also have the Knight of Wands. They're wanting more passion, excitement, and desire to come forward. More kind of like a lusty chase. So they want you to be more open about your desire for them. Your kind of chemistry, your passion, your lust, your desire. They want you to kind of find that a little bit more of a chase aspect to come forward from you. So they want to be desired more in a chemistry filled way there as well. So there's kind of like this two-way kind of mentality. I want you to kind of tell me that I can be open about anything, I can be vulnerable anything, I can tell you anything, and I also want to feel chased a little bit more, like I'm desired, like you have this passion, you have this spark, and you have this chemistry for me as well. And that's what the person on your mind wants you to say to them. So let's grab your Romance Angel card. We have heart-to-heart conversations. Could have expected that one. Heart-to-heart conversations, as well as the religious factors. So this religious factors card to me is a card of upbringing, how you've been brought up. Maybe there wasn't a very open and vulnerable space for them in their life. Maybe they didn't kind of have this mom aspect that let them tell them everything, and so they feel like they need to kind of keep everything to themselves and not really be open. And so they're like, with you, if you're going to be my partner, I want to be open with you. I want to be vulnerable with you. I want to be able to have these heart-to-heart conversations. And maybe there's even some things coming forward here in terms of passion. Maybe they were brought up in a really religious home, or just kind of in a really hush-hush home where they couldn't, display that they were, interested in moving forward with somebody. Maybe they were like a no girlfriend's boyfriend's house until you're moving out of my house type of, place. Maybe there was a lot of restrictions in the home, and they just want to be able to have this kind of open, vulnerable space and time with you, and to have these heart-to-heart conversations to go ahead with as well. So that's what we got going on for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs, the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Let me just open up the live here as well for the personal readings because I just realized it's past 8 o'clock here right now. And then we will continue on with Sagittarius all the way down through to Pisces. So if anybody would like a personal reading, we are going to do personal readings after Pisces. So feel free to check out temperanceandsage.com, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings if you'd like a personal reading. And next we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. Let us see for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius on what the person on your mind wants to hear from you. Let us see, let us see. Alrighty, so we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Wands, and we also have the Nine of Wands. I feel the need to also draw, these two, I guess. I was going to say from the bottom of the deck, but in, normal tower fashion, you can't just have one thing. So Sagittarius, apology. When we have the idea of the Page of Pentacles, this can work in two ways. Either they're asking you to apologize or they're asking you to accept their apology. Because the Page of Pentacles is the absolute only card that I use to signify somebody genuinely apologizing. Like an idea of a genuine apology is wanting to come forward. So this could be somebody who is saying, you know what, I am so super sorry. Can you, please accept my apology? And they want you to, say, yeah, I accept your apology. I accept the, the desire, the want to build forward into structure. But this could also be them asking this to come forward from you. I want you to come and apologize to me, say you're sorry. It can come forward in that sort of way. It's very big of them to ask that in this reading, to say, hey, the one thing that I need you to do for me is to come and apologize. That is, very bold, but if it is, so be it. Now, when we have this idea of the Nine of Wands come forward with the Ten of Wands, there is a heaviness factor. So they want you to kind of not be so guarded or not be so cautious when it comes to them. With the idea of mending a situation after, some sort of big tower, they don't want you to have this heaviness responsibility on your plate. They don't want to have a burdenous energy, and they don't want to have closed out factors. So in a roundabout way of saying this, it's kind of like they want you to say, yes, things have perhaps hit the fan in the past, or yes, things weren't necessarily built on the most stable relationships, that it could have been, but we can go ahead and make amends. The idea of the Page of Pentacles, we can go ahead and have things be stable from here on out. We can go ahead and apologize and let it be. The burden of making this move forward, or the burden of making this happen, is not solely on your plate. The idea of the Ten of Wands talks about heaviness factors, burdenous energy, somebody taking responsibility. And so this could be a factor of two ways. Them saying, okay, I want to hear from you that you recognize that I'm taking responsibility and making this move forward. But it can also be a factor of you then saying to them that I recognize that it's not all on your plate to make things happen. So there's kind of like a mending style of energy that's wanting to come forward here. A idea that, you don't have to guard yourself from me, Nine of Wands, and I don't feel like I have to guard myself from you. Kind of like we can be open, we can be mended, we can try to get to know each other again, and the responsibility is not solely on your plate for making things happen, or the burdenous energy is not only on you to kind of take responsibility of the connection in the faults in itself as well. So this person kind of wants a factor of what has happened, we can't change it. It's not one person's responsibility. Both parties played a role. And it's not just your responsibility in fixing it as well. Both parties have played a role, so we've both got to fix it. But they're interested in also, with the Page of Swords, in hearing from you that you're interested in seeing where things can go again. So we have heart-to-heart conversations. They want more openness to come forward in this connection. They want more opportunities here to feel like, what is deep dive in the heart can come out. And it doesn't have to feel held back. It doesn't have to feel, shut away. No secrets have to be held back here. We can just say what it is, and we can come forward and be open and be vulnerable. So that's what this person wants to hear from you. Despite having so many cards, we don't actually have all the zodiac signs. We are missing two zodiac signs here. We have water sign of Scorpio, but we don't have Pisces, and we also don't have who is the other? Cancer. forgot Cancer. But those are the only zodiac signs that we're missing. Other than that, we have everything on the plate. I would even say that Cancer and Pisces are more important because they've set themselves apart rather than coming forward in the cards themselves. So I just started the live here on YouTube because I'm not going live for the zodiac signs on YouTube. I just upload them later on. But since we're past 8 o'clock here today, because I seem to be doing the zodiac sign reading slower and slower every day for some unknown reason, I just figured I would go live on YouTube at the same time so that people know that I am live. I haven't forgotten about the personal readings live. I just am incredibly slow here lately. So let's go ahead with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. We will do personal readings after our zodiac signs. So if you'd like one, temperanceandsage.com. So Capricorn, we have the 7 of Cups come ahead. We also have the Queen of Cups as well as the Ace of Pentacles. So Capricorn, when we have this idea of the 7 of Cups, there is some sort of factor coming forward here in terms of options. So this person can come forward and say, I want to hear from you that I am the option. I know you got a lot of options. I know you got a lot of people looking around, looking at you saying, you know, mighty my, you're looking good here, Capricorn, but they're wanting to hear from you that you choose them. This person on your mind is wanting more of a direct energy to come forward to say that if the whole lineup of people is presented in front of you, that you are going to choose them when it comes to having the opportunity of moving forward in a connection. They want that reassurance. And they want you to know here as well, when it comes to the feelings, the 7 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, that they're not actually even entirely sure on how you're feeling or what's going on in a deep dive when it comes to your emotions. So they would like more reassuring energy to come forward from that, to you to kind of give out this, this is how I'm feeling in terms of my emotions, this is how I'm feeling in terms of love, and I'm trying to come forward in a way that's completely open, completely honest, completely vulnerable. And it doesn't have to be a held back space when it comes to the idea of love or emotions, but instead you can kind of like wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit more. And with the Ace of Pentacles there too, there is a factor of trust. So they want to hear from you that you trust them. And that you find this connection incredibly valuable. You find what they have to offer when it comes to this connection incredibly valuable. And that you two can really move forward in a way that's structural, that's having the opportunity and the possibility of moving forward for a long time. And that you two can move forward in a way that feels this bond building and a slow and steady wins the race, and just move forward in the best way possible. Like they want to have more reassurance that you are selecting them, that you trust them, you want to be open, you want to be vulnerable, you want to have your heart in this connection, and that you see this as long-term material when it comes to the connection as well. So let's see for your romance angel card. You have water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, as well as our earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And we have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. These are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. We're finishing up our zodiac signs before we go to our personal readings there, my dear. That is what's going on. And that's what we got going on for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus Signs. So let us go on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus Signs. Let us see. The zodiac sign of Aquarius. What does the person on your mind want you to know? Or should say, what do they want to hear from you, not what they want you to know. Kind of in the same idea, but this is something that not only do they want you to know this, but they actually want you to say it. They want you to speak it out. So let's go ahead here and see for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, we have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Wands, and we also have the 8 of Wands. So they are looking for the passion, the spark, the excitement, the desire. They really want to hear from you that you desire them, that you have a strong chemistry, you have a strong lust for them. They also want to hear as well that you have good intentions when it comes to what you say is what you mean. You don't just say it for the heat of the moment style of energy, but instead you actually have the intentions of following through with what you say when it comes to this connection. Like you actually really want to move this connection forward, that you're invested in the spark and the chemistry chemistry, and it's true, and it's real, and it's something that you want to see move ahead, and it's not just for a hot moment. You really want to see this connection move ahead. Double eights come forward with progression, so they want to hear about where this connection is going. Where do you speak this connection into existence when it comes to moving ahead into the future, and that you are going to apply yourself in a very consistent manner to move this connection forward. They really want the reassurance that yes, this connection is moving ahead. It's not just a spark for the moment. It's not just a spark to make things happen. It's a really beautiful energy here in terms of like, yes, the chemistry is there and I'm willing to invest in it when it comes to moving this connection forward. So you have a lot of fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We have It's Safe to You to Love on the bottom of the deck, which is kind of in the same style of energy. You're speaking good things into existence. You're, starting up a spark, and you're being able to apply yourself consistently. Now, the separation card, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon. I usually take this as a past present, or I should say a past tense card, rather than a present tense, like you've already spent the time away from your partner. That may be why that they're looking at you and saying, okay, are you wanting to invest this, or is it just a factor of chemistry? Like the chemistry is still there between the two of us, right? So are you still wanting to move ahead? Eight of Pentacles. Are you still wanting to apply yourself when it comes to moving the connection ahead between the two of us? There's that sort of factor here about looking for that reassurance to move things forward. So this person on your mind wants you to know that they'd like to hear that we can move it ahead, that the chemistry is there, it's for sure there, and it's not just the chemistry of the moment because it's summer and it's going to be fun, but instead it's about a connection that I really want to move ahead with you, and I want to see it turn into something so much more. And whatever separation that we've gone through, it's not going to last for forever. We can Ace of Wands, spark it back up at any point in time and move forward with this chemistry and this desirable energy that we have for each other as well. So that's what the person on your mind would like to hear from you. And last but not least, we have Pisces. Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus Signs. Let's see what the person on your mind wants to hear from you here, Pisces. If anybody is interested in a personal reading, feel free to check out temperanceandsage.com. temperanceandsage.com for a personal reading. So let us see here for the zodiac sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus Signs. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Page of Wands, as well as the Ace of Wands. So right off the hop here, Pisces, this person is having a hard time reading you with the Queen of Swords. So they want you to know, or I should say, they want you to say a lot more about what's going on inside of your mind. They don't want to play a guessing game. They can't really read you too well. And so they need you to speak your mind a little bit more. So whatever you got cooking up inside of your noggin here, speak it out. That's the biggest thing that they want to hear from you. What's going on inside your head? I need to know, because I can't make judgment. I can't make guesses when it comes to moving things ahead. Now, when we also have this energy come forward here too with the Ace of Wands, it's a spark, it's an excitement, it's a passion, and it's a desire. With the Page of Wands is flirtation, it's communication. So this person doesn't want you to hold back in any sort of way. They want you to flirt. They want you to flirt like nobody's business, to tell them how much you feel for them in terms of the chemistry, in terms of the passion, how much you feel for them in terms of the exciting adventures that the two of you can move forward into, and where this connection is going. So they don't really want to play a guessing game about what's going on inside of your noggin here. They want you to be very incredibly direct with them about where you want to see this connection go, how you want to see this connection be exciting and move ahead, and what's going on inside your head. They don't want the biggest thing is they keep saying, I don't want to be guessing here with the Queen of Swords. I don't want to be guessing at all when it comes to what you're wanting or where you're wanting this connection to go. And they really want to feel more of this kind of spice, more of this kind of excitement to come forward from you. So they want to feel desired. They want you to let you know how, Jesus Christ. They want you to tell them how much you desire them. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. So we have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, as well as make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. So they want to have kind of resetting resetting the idea when it comes to love and how they perceive love. When we have this healing family issues card, it's to say that in some sort of way, maybe they didn't have the bestest of examples in terms of parental figures in their love life, or maybe they didn't really learn a lot of values in the best way that they possibly could when it comes to, family or just kind of like guardianship figures in terms of love and relationships. And so now they want to make the effort, but it's probably why we have this Queen of Swords coming forward here. If they need you to be more direct about what you're wanting, where you're wanting things to go, and how you're wanting things to be, so that they don't feel like they have to guess in any sort of way, so that they can make the effort that they're guided to take, right? So they need you to speak their mind, because they're like, I haven't got a hot clue. I really wasn't taught very well when it comes to relationships, so I need a little bit more of a direction here. So if you can give me the memo about what needs to be done, and show me that you're excited about moving things forward with me, I will go ahead and make the effort that I'm being guided to take. So that's what I see come forward from this person on your mind. And these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. You have fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you also have air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And that's what we got going on for our zodiac signs here today. And we're going to go ahead and move right into our personal readings. So if you like a personal reading, temperanceandsage.com. We are going to be doing the live personal readings here now. This will be up on YouTube later on today, so feel free to go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. I am going to go ahead and close down the TikTok live and reopen it for our personal readings. So I will see you in a hot second if you desire to join me for the personal reading live. If not, I hope you enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and you'll be able to check out Temperance and Sage on YouTube for the zodiac signs. See you guys. No worries as well.